Right, we are talking about a nearly 2-month delay. This stretch of seawall behind me will not open until after Labor Day now. That's because of problems during construction. Those problems are now tacking on an extra $400,000 to a $20 million project. This stretch of the Portsmouth seawall has been closed for more than 2 years.
And it's still not done.
Now facing a second delay after construction crews came across unexpected issues underwater.
There's no holdup, to just projects taking longer.
City engineer James Wright says the need for extra reinforcing made it impossible to open the seawall by July. The extra work is costing taxpayers about $400,000. Wright says the project is not over budget, but within acceptable contingency.
We do what we can and take the time we need to take to make sure when it opens, it's safe.
Today, crews began placing portions of the concrete walkway. It's some visible progress that residents have been waiting for.
You can't just go walk along the wall like previously.
I've been seeing a lot of people tearing up stuff, pulling it out, putting it down.
The seawall closed in 2015 after an inspection revealed serious structural problems. This is the first of 3 phases of construction with a total price tag of more than $20 million.
It's one of the prominent features of our waterfront, and it does provide for erosion control,
flood protection,
and flood protection. So it's a much needed project.
The city now hopes to finish phase 1 the week after Labor Day.
September would be nice, okay, because I can just continue right on and wind up around.
While it's taken longer to complete, Wright says he's still happy with the work being done.
There hasn't been a gap in the work. The work's continued throughout the process, and so that's all you can ask for with a project like this.
Tom, Anita, some officers go their entire career without facing this kind of situation. For Boccolini, it's her first police job. She's been on the force just a little more than a year. And despite getting shot 5 times, tonight she told me she's feeling pretty good. The massive response outside the hospital is one you might expect.
It's unbelievable.
A situation that required the full attention of officers throughout Hampton Roads.
We're a big family.
Yet the flashing lights this time signal a celebration for a fellow officer hailed a hero.
And she was doing exactly what she wanted to do. She got injured, but look at her now.
She's alive. But wait, look at her now. Officer Angelina Boccolini walking out of the hospital to a crowd of colleagues, even some kids, who wanted to say thank you.
I'm not surprised at all. Angelina Boccolini, like I said, is one of the strongest, most amazing women that I've ever met, and the fact that she thinks more about others over herself just shows what type of person she is.
It's been 15 days since police say a 15-year-old suspect shot Boccolini 5 times in Mount Hermon. At first listed in critical condition, her release comes after multiple surgeries.
I'm glad to be going home.
Since then, people have turned their porch lights blue. The department has hosted 2 blood drives, and they've launched a fund to support the officers' recovery.
I want to thank everybody for the love and support they've given me through this. It helps me every single day to get through it, so thank you.
Boccolini didn't want to talk specifics about the shooting, but says she's already looking forward to getting back on patrol.
Yeah, absolutely. They won't let me yet, but I'll be back there soon.
Tom, Anita, police say last year there was a hit and run reported just about every other day. There's already been 21 cases since January. That includes Noreen Washington, hit January 19th and still recovering tonight from her injuries.
Just knowing that I was hit right here.
It's the first time Noreen Washington has been back.
They left me for dead.
To the spot where her life changed 2 months ago.
I was almost completed the crosswalk. I heard the engine rev up. I don't know whether they were trying to make the light or didn't see me.
The car hit her January 19th at the intersection of Cromwell Road and Tate Terrace, pushing her into traffic.
Cars were coming, and the Lord sent an angel by.
She was on her morning walk, 6:30 a.m., the same stretch of Cromwell she's walked since 1980, now in distress and discomfort.
I have a fractured pelvis. I'm unable to work. Right now I'm in a wheelchair.
Norfolk police say there were 180 hit and runs last year, leaving victims like Washington without answers. In 2015, 181 accidents. In 2014, 139 drivers took off after crashing.
Sometimes they don't have driver's license, so that they're afraid of getting the tickets or being taken to jail for driving either without a license or on a suspended license.
Officer Daniel Hudson says it's important pedestrians follow the signs at crosswalks and for drivers to stay alert.
Not to be distracted by our everyday items within our vehicle, our cell phones, our radios, not thinking about trying to be late for work or where we're going.
Washington spent 3 weeks in the hospital and now gets in-home physical therapy.
And it's just not right for me to have to go through this when it's not my fault.
She knows the chances of finding the person responsible are slim, but hopes her story will make others think twice.
Please stop. I don't care if it's a dog or an animal. Please stop.
Tonight was all about healing and remembering the life of Veronica Darden, a woman who touched countless people. Her family says she showed kindness to every person she met, including the inmates who took her life.
To me, she was a legend.
On the minds of everyone here is how Veronica Darden brightened up their lives.
To know her was to love her.
A shining example of a good person. Ronnie, as they called her, had no enemies.
Loved and helped everyone. Whoever was in need, she took them in like they were her own.
Tonight, family, friends, and co-workers filled Missing Mill Park in Hertford by the dozens. They lit candles, said prayers, and recounted memories of the 50-year-old woman who never stopped smiling.
Hardest thing of my life.
Surrounded by family, Darden's daughter, Jasmine Herring, has choice words for the inmates who killed her mom and Correctional Officer Justin Smith inside the Pasquotank Correctional Institution.
My mama did everything she could to help you. Then you just do this to her? No, I can't kill them because I don't want to be in jail. But if I could, you don't even want to know.
The sheriff says the inmates attacked last Thursday inside the prison sewing shop where Darden was a supervisor. 4 men tried to escape, but never got away.
She helped them do the job that they were assigned to do and showed them how to do it. That woman could sew.
Cindy Scott is a longtime correctional officer who still has not returned to work.
They all were great people, and all they did was do their job every day and help these inmates so they could just do their time and go home.
On the minds of everyone is how to let go of their sadness, because that's what Ronnie would want.
She was so happy. She was the happiest person in this world.
Come on, get them arms up, keep them arms up.
If showing up is half the battle.
This community is dear to my heart.
Deshaun Fuller is here to win.
This is about the kids actually coming together in unity to have fun.
On this first night of practice,
tonight is awesome to me.
The Young Terrace community is cheering him on.
It ain't just somebody just saying it, you know, it's going to be actually done.
A man whose eyes are on the long game.
A lot of children in this neighborhood are influenced by drugs, guns, by violence, by their peers.
It's that criminal element that forced the Clovers off the field 3 years ago. Now they're back.
Nice. Good job.
These some good coaches they got out here, because I grew up with a lot of them playing football.
30 kids, including Dimitri Watkins' son Demarius.
I like playing football.
The 8-year-old wears hearing aids.
But I want to show him that he can do anything with those hearing aids that an average kid, you know what I mean, can do.
One of the many life lessons Fuller hopes the kids ages 5 to 12 walk away with.
We're going to teach them about family ethics. So when you see your brother falling down and he's in the neighborhood, you'll be, hey, he's on my team. And you're going to feel a connection, a bond.
It's that bond that brought retired NFL safety Aaron Rouse back to the field where, as a kid, he sported number 88 on the Clovers.
Always try, but never ever give up. Never give up.
Fuller says it's what these kids do off the field that'll prove his true success.
Having this time to be able to mend wounds and be able to build bridges and to be able to fix and repair families, I feel like it's an awesome opportunity for me.